Welcome to Subspace D&D Episode 12, History of Scales, Part 2, where we resume where we left off in the encounter with the mysterious Dragonborn who is after the egg. I'm going to talk about some Twitter answers I got on Twitter about what everyone's favorite D&D monster is, real quick, and while I'm doing that, I want Orbweeb, Demonia, and Corwin to level up to level 4. So, our question of the day is, what is your favorite D&D monster and why? A Roll4 podcast answered with... Hold on. Is the Beholder, because they're deadly and fun to run, visually awesome and iconic. Players have to be smart to beat them. Dads and Dragons says they love the kobolds, and they also like an injured displacer beast. I feel like it's actually the kind of meh, but I really enjoy the flavor it brings to a story, and it's all about the flavor. Couldn't agree more. Power Word Fail podcast said, this is a hard one. So far for me, it's definitely a gelatinous cube. They're just so much fun and classic. I'm never mad when one is in the game, especially when they fall from the ceiling on someone's head.
Hate those guys.
I have to use it at some point.
Someone giving you ideas?
No. Unread that.
Unread that. Dads and Dragons also said they like mimics. And those are our answers off our Friday's question on Twitter. I will be asking another one this Friday. We will be doing the same thing each stream, where I kind of just talk about what people's answers are. Mine, personally, is probably Beholder, just because it's classic and it's visually iconic, like how the Roll4 podcast mentioned is just a classic D&D monster that I enjoy a lot.
I think personally my favorite's the Beholder as well.
You guys,
love that guy. I befriended a Beholder in our campaign that was not live, and that was my homie. I had his picture cut out in the back of my phone for months. He helped us fight in battle. Love that guy.
In the Roll4 podcast that me and Tanya were in, she actually said the same thing. It was Beholder, and mainly because you guys befriended one in a previous campaign. So.
Huge fan of those guys. Maybe if not if I had to really face one, but befriending one, that felt good.
Currently we are leveling up, and we are going to jump into this session after they're done. I'll do a quick recap as well while they're leveling up. Last session, you guys were kind of still shopping in Urunsal, where you were confronted by a somewhat intimidating tiefling who seemed to know what might have been going on amongst your travels. So you guys made quick haste for the mountains. You helped out a nearby Dragonborn who was being attacked by a group of guild members who just wanted his delivery. You guys helped him out, got the Dragonborn in safe hands, tried to negotiate a way for him to help you speak with Zekrom. Didn't really get very far. He gave you a special code phrase to mention to Zekrom to help, gain his trust, but beyond that, that was it. You guys ventured further up the mountain, where you were then confronted by Rothkin, the Dragonborn, who we met previously in the prologue of this campaign that was not streamed. He attacked you guys in the first inn you all met, where he almost killed Corwin with fire, and you guys quickly ran. Yeah, twice. He almost killed Corwin with fire twice in the inn. You guys made haste for the Waterfall Citadel, where he eventually then attacked you again in the dark alleyway, where you narrowly escaped. Orbweeb did momentarily drop the egg during this bout, and it went rolling away. She was able to get it back in her hands, put it back in her bag, and you guys were able to get away from Rothkin for the time being, where he eventually caught up to you on this mountain, and he stands between you and the village belonging to Zekrom. And that is where we shall resume when everyone has been leveled up.
Cross this battle just begun.
Hey there, we hope you're enjoying this episode of Subspace D&D. Did you know we have a Discord? In our Discord, you can get a buttload of information that you might not be able just to gather on your own from watching our playthrough, such as different NPCs we've met along the way, to even the quests they've managed to gather along their journey. You can even see our roles as they happen during a playthrough. You can even check the Orunsoul glossary, where I personally, the game master of the campaign, put in all sorts of details about different locations or items or even characters we've met along the way on our journey in the campaign. There is all sorts of cool stuff in our Discord that you can check out, all sorts of details that might be able to help make the campaign more lively for you. If you want to join the Discord, the link will be down below. And if you don't want to join our Discord,
I will find you.
Alright, back to the campaign. We resume where we left off. You guys just had a ray of icicle shards rain from the sky and puncture all of you for about 10 damage each. Just as that happened, you do see Steve took off back down the hill towards a safer location and waits patiently while this fight is about to transpire. O'Flanagan looks to all of you and he says,
This might be a really good time for us to spread out.
and as he says that, he takes off.
What do you mean spread out?
What again? Don't talk to me like that. Come out.
Let's see.
City boy, what?
Like scatter and run away? Like, or wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Get away from each other!
He says, "Get away from each other," as he runs away from you guys towards top of the hill. He gets to the stairs and he prepares to dodge. It is now Rothkin's turn. And Rothkin looks down to all of you and he says, "Just surrender the egg, and I promise I will allow all of you to walk away without any harm. You, Druid, just drop the bag, and I won't do what you have to make me do if you don't."
Can I respond with an action?
You can use your speech. You can use a speech action outside of your turn.
I was gonna run.
Oh, you're gonna okay.
I was gonna run away. I was gonna say no and run.
So you can use your reaction to run if you want, while he's talking
Fantastic. Fantastic.
to you. Okay.
No!
Alright, which way would you like to run?
Oh, to the right. Our right.
How far?
That's 30 feet.
You can
35
control
feet?
you can control yourself now, by the way.
Oh, okay. No, I can't. Liar.
You should be able to.
Nope.
Can't move because you're locked.
Try now.
Nope, says I'm still locked.
Try now.
Oh,
Well, there you go.
Okay. You run down the stairs, and you can see Steve looking at you as you're running down the steps. And as you start running down the steps,
Oh. Look at that custom roll.
yo!
What are you doing?
you hear what
What
sounds
the fuck
like
is that?
you hear what sounds like almost like liquid starting to splash and swirl in the distance. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my
Oh
god.
boy.
We're in for it.
Oh boy.
How about no?
Alright. 11.
So as you're running down the steps, Demonia and Corwin, you see Rothkin start spinning his hands, and this green-like goo begins to spindle, and he just throws his palm outward, and you watch this green goo fly across the way and splash right down on top of Orbweeb, dealing 7 poison damage as Orbweeb, this like burning goo splashes on your back. You can feel it burning through your clothing as you're running down the steps. It is now Demonia's turn.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to attempt to blind him.
Okay.
How far? Let me check my range on this. Where's my? Can you tell me how far away I am from him?
You're about
Oh, there it
25
is.
feet away from him, counting the height
Perfect.
advantage.
Perfect. Okay. He has to pass a Constitution savings throw of 13, or he is blinded for 1 minute.
Okay. He is blinded.
Perfect. Let me. All right. I'm gonna yell to who is near me. Corbin's still near me. I'm gonna be like, he can't see for the next minute. You've gotta fuck him up.
You
gotta
fuck him up.
Kill
You got-
that one! If
Was
you
it- wait.
have to kill somebody, kill him!
Kill
What?
him. Wait, is he on a disadvantage now that he's blinded?
Let me check the a blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
All right, y'all. This is your chance. Fuck him up.
It is now Orbweeb's turn.
Or we do
Okay,
something.
I'll move a little bit up now. Now that I've heard what's up.
Now that I've heard
Alright.
this answer.
Okay, now that I understand. And you know what? I'm gonna use poison spray on that motherfucker.
Poison
All
for
right.
him.
He wants to poison me, I'm gonna poison him back.
So that's
That
a
is
dexterity
a
saving throw?
cantrip. It is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. On disadvantage. Yep, he did fail.
Fuck yeah.
Good.
Go ahead and roll the
Yeah,
damage.
And that is a wonderful, beautiful 12.
12 damage.
Everybody clap for Orbweeb. Fantastic decision.
Okay. You throw your hand out, and the same similar green goo spews from your palms and splashes towards him while he's holding his hands over his eyes. And he lets out a yell like, "Ah! What was that?" And he begins to try to figure out what the hell is going on because he cannot see. It is Steve's turn.
Steve the cat.
Steve is taking off down these stairs.
Word.
I can
Go, Steve.
bear. Get out of
Go,
here,
Steve.
Stevie boy.
It is Corwin's turn.
Oh, it's just
Steve
black.
has initiative. I'm gonna yell to
going-
Corwin again and be like, "Fuck him up. We have very little time."
All right. He's gonna look at him and cast Hex on him.
Okay.
That sounds
Roll bad. Roll bad.
evil.
Roll bad.
That's
not evil.
my.
What does Hex do?
So a Hex, I place a curse on the creature that I can see within range. The spell, until the spell ends, which it lasts 1 hour, I deal 1d6 additional narcotic damage to a target whenever I hit them.
All right.
So that's happening, and then I'm going to... That is happening. I'm going to move out of the way just a tad.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Don't
You
hex
kind
me.
of flick your fingers towards Rothkin, and you guys can see like sparkles fly across and almost rain on top of them, and it slowly dissipates as Corwin begins to back up. Is there anything else you can do?
And Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do it on
Inferno.
advantage.
Good. 19.
19, you hit. Give me damage.
This is starting
That
off
is
too well.
10, and
Yeah,
then
it is.
d6. What?
All right.
All right.
That's okay. That's
That
okay.
one. What's the total damage? Just one?
No, it's 11.
11. Okay.
10
10
for
plus
the...
I was like,
Alright.
it could have been a big hitter.
For the rest of his movement, he's like, all right, going to spread out now. He's going to try and take cover behind this rock. We want to call that half or 2/3? This rock here.
That's gonna be about 2/3. Okay. It is now. Oh, Flanagan's turn. Flanagan is running for the hill.
Run to the hills.
He has to make a dexterity saving throw. Alright, he dodges it. He gets up the stairs, and he prepares to dodge. It is now Rothkin's turn. Okay. Rothkin, in a blinding rage, starts twirling his hands around and starts bringing them apart. As you can see, what seems like a small flame forming in between his hands, and it grows larger and larger as he pulls his hands apart, and he raises them over his head, and you can see what manifests into a giant fireball forms above his head, and he gets ready to throw it out forward.
Nope.
At me? I'm below him.
Don't like that.
Let's see.
Corwin's gonna drop down to try and get as low as he possibly can behind this rock. Hide from the fire. Can't hurt you if you can't see it.
It doesn't know you're there if you don't know it's there, you know?
Exactly. If he had a blankie right now, he'd be pulling it over his head.
Reasonably so.
Okay. All of you give me dexterity saving throws.
Okay. She said no.
With
Well,
the
we got
cover,
five.
with cover that
No.
no.
Covers just AC.
It's a 16 on my
Motherfucker.
part.
Okay. Alright, so as this fireball forms in the sky and comes slamming down, Demonia, you manage to evade it.
Nice.
Got a badass.
Orbweeb and
Oh,
Corwin
wow.
both take 31 damage. And the flames whisk through the air.
Yeah, I'm fucking dead.
Yep.
I'm
You
super
see,
dead.
Rothkin looks over to Demonia and he goes, I said,
Do I get any last words?
give me the egg. You're just unconscious, you're not dead.
Oh.
It's like, give me the egg, Demonia.
I don't have the fucking egg. What am I supposed to do? I'm not giving you that.
Demonia, hang on!
You see her
I'm
Fleming
hanging!
yells in the distance. It is now Demonia's turn.
Is it? Fuck. All my friends are dead. I'm gonna. That threw me off. Now I'm like, my plan is all messed up. I just want to blind him again. I'm gonna cast.
Oh, why'd you put me sideways like that?
Because you're on the ground.
He said, I'm gonna cast True Strike on him. It's a cantrip.
Okay.
The one I was just telling you about. So, magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll.
Okay.
So I would like a brief insight into his defenses.
All right, you kind of wave your hand, almost like covering your vision from him just for a moment past him, and you begin to get an insight into his defenses. Is there anything else you can do?
That's a really good question. I can cast Hellish Rebuke as a reaction?
After you take damage. You have to take damage in order to use that.
It doesn't say that on here.
Because it's a
Wait,
reaction.
You're right.
Because that was going to be my plan.
Is he immune to being charmed?
Can't answer that.
Word. I'm gonna cast Cutting Words on him. It takes up one of my Bardic Inspiration slots as a reaction. It says, as a reaction, when a creature that's not immune to being charmed, oh gosh, I have the hiccups. You can see within 60 feet, makes an attack roll, ability check, or damage roll. You can expend one of your Bardic Inspirations, roll the die, and subtract the number from the creature's roll. You can do so after the roll, but before knowing the result.
Okay, so if that's a reaction, you can wait until he does an attack.
That's the only other thing I could do.
You can always, you can prepare to dodge. You can do, if you have a spell that takes an action, you can hold spell as your reaction. So if he gets closer to you, if he's too far away, if he gets within range, if you're holding a spell, you can cast it out of your turn.
Spark up a fun chat with him.
Well, okay, then I'll wait on that. I'm just gonna yell to him then and be like, we are not giving you this egg. You have literally no idea what we've dealt with to get here. So there's no way I'm giving it to you. I don't even know who you are, and you look super evil. So, you just, knock two of my friends. Definitely not doing that.
Your team is all but extinguished, and you still defy me. All
I
I
am
have
the
to do
team.
is take you out. I can hop down this hill and take the egg anyway.
And I can hop up that hill and take you out anyway.
I'm waiting.
Demonia climbs the fucking hill. No, that's one set of actions.
Orbweeb, as the flames, as the flames just burn out across your chest and you fall on the ground, you can feel yourself losing consciousness. And you look over to Demonia and Rothkin exchanging conversation. Is there anything else you'd like to say before you pass out?
Don't let him get the egg.
Alright. Give me a death save.
No! That's scary. We do that. Would that be a Constitution saving throw? I haven't died in a while.
I actually don't remember. Hold on a second.
I can't seem to remember.
It is.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Roll
Yes.
for a death.
As someone who's died almost a lot, so
I feel like I haven't died in a while.
10.
there you go.
Okay, that is one success. It is now
Steve's turn.
Steve the cat's turn. Steve,
Get out of
in
here.
concern, begins running up the hill.
Steve, no!
Come on, we all commented on the YouTube video. Don't...
I was just thinking that.
Spare him.
Okay, it is now Corwin's turn. Corwin, as the flame is burning out across your body, you're having flashbacks back to your village when you were lit aflame. What are your last words as you're losing consciousness?
I didn't do it!
Pass out. Give me a death save.
Oh, that was an 18. Then it went to a 5. Alright, that's a failure.
Alright, one failure. It is now Flanagan's turn.
Flanagan, babe.
Babe,
Don't cross treacherous roads.
Please.
Okay. He is going to approach Rothkin with his blade on advantage.
Word. Fuck it up.
With his long sword.
nice.
Alright, he
Nice.
runs in and he swings his blade across Rothkin's shoulder, cutting into him for 4 damage.
Thank God.
And he's going to use his cunning action to disengage and fall back.
You.
Smart man.
That's a good thing to do.
Okay.
He's so smart.
It is
W.
now Rothkin's turn again. See, Rothkin turns to O'Flynnigan. He says, I'll char you for that. He looks down to Demonia. And he holds out his hand towards Demonia. Give me a wisdom save, Demonia.
Alright. 15.
15. Alright, you feel his hand gets held out towards you. And you see almost like a yellow pulse come from his palm.
Oh.
And you feel your body lock up for just a moment. But then the pressure releases. And you don't feel the pressure any longer.
I'm gonna yell towards him and be like, you can't deceive me.
We'll see about that. It is now Demonia's turn.
I got a little scared. I was like,
whoa!
no.
Leave it all up to the NPC.
It's just Red fighting himself for the rest of the fucking session.
and it's Rothkin's turn, and now it's O'Flynnigan's, and it's Steve's, and then we're all dead.
He's just playing with himself, and we're just here for it.
If it comes down to it, I'm prepared.
What do you mean about that?
Alright, I'm gonna cast sleep on him.
Okay.
Good night.
It's a 5d8,
Well-
right?
Yes.
Okay, give me the 5d8.
That spell always gets me a little bit. I've always got to read it. Got an 18 with a 5d8. You fucking
Oof.
serious?
You wave your hand out, and the familiar pink cloud almost cascades from your palm and towards Rothkin. He goes, "You think you can take it?" And he collapses down on the ground to sleep.
Beautiful. I'm gonna be like, fuck you, and then I'm gonna look at O'Flynnigan and be like, now is also your shot. Like, you're closer to him.
Is there anything else you can do for your turn?
No. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm
Okay,
gonna yell to
Orbweeb.
O'Flynnigan and be like, please, come on.
Flanagan looks to you and he gives you a nod, and you see he takes back his long sword and gets ready to strike him down. Orbweeb, give me a death save. $21. Okay, that's one success.
Two success.
One more success, I mean, yeah. Running up the staircase towards Orbweeb.
David!
It is now
I
Corwin's
tried my
turn.
David!
Give me a death save.
17.
17. Alright, that's one success. It is back to O'Flynnigan. O'Flynnigan runs up to Rothkin's unconscious body.
Go for the nape.
On
Life is
advantage,
fucking bro.
he swings his longsword down towards. Okay, that's good. He's on advantage. He actually misses both times. He takes his longsword, he swings down. You can see O'Flynnigan seems to be a little bit panicked after his buddies are down, and he swings and he hits the rock next to him. Swings again and swings just over Rothkin's body, missing entirely. It is now.
My man, that's your thing. You
Rothkin's
swing swords. That's what you do.
He's laying on the ground.
He's not even moving.
He's still
Not even a moving target.
target.
Okay, he's still asleep per the spell. It is Demonia's turn.
Alrighty. I'm going to cast Hellish Rebuke on him.
Okay.
I'm using up all of my fucking spell slots because I'm all the way down here.
He has to strike you in order to enact it, right? Or are you just cursing him with it?
Cursing him with it.
Okay, so you're laying it up.
If he hits me, then he takes 2d10 fire damage.
Okay. Anything else you can do?
At this point, no.
Alright, it is now Orbweeb, death save, please.
She lives.
Alright, you begin to awake with 1 hit point. It is now Steve's turn. Orbweeb, as you begin to awake, let's see. I guess I can't turn you back up.
Oh. What?
Said Orbweeb slithers across the ground for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Alright, Orbweeb, you see, as you're laying on the ground, you look over to your left, and you see Steve kind of curiously walks up to you, and he kind of tilts his head down to see if you're okay, and purrs gently. It is now Corwin's turn. Give me a death save.
6.
How many fails is that? 2?
It's 2.
Okay. It is now back up to Flanagan. Oh, Flanagan's gonna swing on advantage.
Damn.
13. So he matches Rothkin's AC. So as he swings down, he begins to make contact when Rothkin actually wakes up from the strike and grabs onto his longsword, and they have a strength off. So as the longsword comes bearing down towards Flanagan, or towards Rothkin, Rothkin turns over, raises his hand, catches the sword, and Flanagan just powers through it and hits him with 6 damage as he slices through his hand. Alright, it is now Rothkin's turn. You see, as Rothkin's sliced hand is out and open in the air, he almost like waves his hand towards O'Flanagan and waves his first 2 fingers, almost like he's dismissing O'Flanagan from his field of view. He waves his hand, and O'Flanagan kind of like blinks for a moment and backs up and shakes his head and just shakes it off, and Rothkin begins to grow worried. It is now... Let me check something. Okay. It is Demonia's turn.
Righty, I am going to advance towards Rothkin.
Okay. How close are you getting?
30. Let me see where I can go. Just gonna head right over under this rock here.
Alright.
As far
Anything
as I
else
can
you want
go.
to do?
As a bonus action, I'd like to cast Bardic Inspiration on Orbweeb.
Okay. Does it require touch, or is it just range?
Within 60 feet.
Okay. You wave your hand, and Orbweeb gets Bardic Inspiration.
So that would be an additional 1d6 to ability checks, attack rolls, or saving throws before seeing the roll, but not knowing the outcome.
Okay.
She has 1 hit point. I feel like I gotta give her something.
Orbweeb, it is your turn.
Can you unlock me real fast? I just want to see if I can it looks like when I move my character shape, like in this orientation.
I can't even, like... You're not...
Alright.
Alright, stop moving for a second. I want to see if I can fix it.
It was killing me. I just really wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah, there we go.
I guess you had to unlock me to change it.
You weren't even locked.
No.
That's the weird part. Alright.
Yeah, we weren't locked.
Alrighty, now that I am up in a boot.
Ready to womble?
So, I see that Rothkin is no longer down, correct?
He is still on the
Even though-
ground, but he's like, him and O'Flanagan are kind of like trading blows at the moment.
Okay, so he is awake.
Yeah, and O'Flanagan's towering over him.
Alright. I would like to pray to Maliki. I would like to say, Maliki, please give me the strength within nature around me to hold this man down and protect what I need to, this egg that I am protecting, to ensure that he doesn't take it from me and my friends stay alive. And then I'm going to cast Druidcraft and try to cause vines from the ground to pull down Rothkin's arms to free O'Flanagan from his grasp.
Give me wisdom.
Okie dokie. If you want, since it's a cantrip, I can roll religion if you want.
Sure.
Okay. Since that's kind of where I'm trying to get a lot of my power from. Because obviously... Oh, a nat 20?
Oh.
Okay.
the
Vines
phone.
burst from the rock beneath Rothkin and began climbing over his chest as he's starting to become grappled. He's not grappled yet, but it's starting.
Fantastic.
Is there anything else you can do?
I would like to run my way over to my buddy Corwin.
Okay.
And yell to O'Flanagan, "Get him!
Okay.
It's what the gods want!"
It's what the gods want. Steve kind of stays put as he's watching all of you kind of circle around Rothkin. Corwin, give me a death save.
This could be it.
It won't be.
Oh shit, that's a 7.
Oh my
That's,
god.
Alright.
That's 3
Oh my
failures.
god.
Corwin is
Yo.
beginning to die. It is now Flanagan's turn. They're now facing each other.
It's like my third day out here.
That's 4 more damage to Rothkin. Oh. D&D Beyond just kind of crashed on me.
Oh, whoa.
Oh no! We're in a
Kind of
burrito.
need that.
Yeah, I kind of need that right now.
Definitely.
We'll just say he's dead because your D&D
Just-
Beyond
just
crash.
follow what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we hit him a lot, right? He's like,
Okay. So, O'Flanagan takes his long sword and strikes down at Rothkin again, dealing 4 more damage. Okay. As he lays there, he puts his hand on his own chest as the vines are beginning to wrap around him, and suddenly he just disappears from sight.
What a bitch and a half.
bitch ass bitch. Motherfucker.
Word.
It's not
Okay.
my mama.
Demonia, you're crouched near a rock. What are you doing?
She said, "Are you dead ass right now?"
For real. I'm assuming from where I'm at, I can't see that the motherfucker just disappeared.
From
So
your point
I'm
of view,
going to-
no, you cannot.
I'm going to continue to advance. I think I can make it up there with my speed.
Okay.
I can at least make it to like up here.
Okay. As
And
you
from
get
this
right
side-
here,
Oh.
give me a dex save.
Oh.
Okay. Suddenly, a bear trap clamps onto your ankle as you're running up the stairs. You take 3 damage as it clamps onto your foot, and you are stuck in the bear trap.
All right, I'm gonna yell out and be like, "There's a fucking bear trap over here, guys!" Ow!
Orbweeb, you hear Demonia yelled at from across the way. What are you doing now?
I am casting Healing Word at level 2 on Corwin.
He said, I'm not doing a damn thing about that.
Okay. You cast Healing Word upon Corwin. Corwin, you are no longer dying. Your eyes waken. You have 2 HP.
I technically healed him for 3.
3. Okay. Yeah,
Well, he
3
was
HP.
dying, so. You should take 1.
And then I would like to run 30 feet towards Demonia once I figure out where that's at. Maybe you guys can figure that out faster than I can.
Demonia is that
To the
way.
left.
Yeah, I just don't know how far I can go, and I
You can
cannot
run to
see.
the edge of this bush right here.
Like
Right.
right there.
Like right here, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I couldn't
Okay.
find the measuring tool, so I was like,
You're good.
I think someone else can find this much faster than I.
You see, Steve
And-
looks over to you as you're running past him. He kind of looks up and he goes, meow, as you're running past him towards Demonia.
I'm just gonna yell, "You be careful!" And then I'm gonna point to Demonia and say, "Pry it open!"
Figure it out!
As you're running towards Demonia, you yell, "Pry it open, Corwin!" Suddenly you're awaking, you're climbing up to standing up. You consume half your movement to stand.
Yeah.
Okay. You are now awake with 3 hit points.
That felt awful. Oops. I'm broken.
No one even around you, and you get up, you're just like
Yes.
behind a rock. You're like, oh my god!
What happened?
Yeah, he'll come around the corner, see Orbweeb, and then kind of look up the cliffside and be super confused. Like, where's the scary guy?
Does that make me look up and notice that he's not there?
You are actually, neither one of you are aware that he is gone.
Well, the last I saw him, he was standing at the edge of the cliff.
Yeah,
and now
so
I've
at the
awakened and
moment,
he's not there.
yeah, at the moment, yeah. You
That's
don't
why
know
he
he's
said
gone
where to
invisible,
go.
but he is backed up. Yeah. Who are you speaking to? Are we?
Yeah, that was just kind of
Oh, I was asking
Out.
a question.
Okay.
I don't know. One moment the twigs were wrapping around him, and suddenly he just put his hand to his chest and he vanished.
What do you mean twigs?
There was like
Can I yell
roots
out
climbing
this?
over his body, and then he just clicked and disappeared.
I did that. I was trying to get him off of you.
You made him disappear.
I appreciate it,
I
but
didn't do that.
I'm gonna yell from the corner, like, can anybody get me out of this bear trap?
I don't know if
Corwin,
I
is there
can-
anything else you can do?
I can get right about here.
Okay. You want to use your action to move faster?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It is now Flanagan's turn. Flanagan is going to runs over to you, and he's going to use his thieves' tools to disable the trap.
Appreciate that. This is the second time I've been stuck in a bear trap. Separate campaigns, but come on.
All right. You see Flanagan kneels down next to you, and he pulls out these spare tools from his pockets that you haven't really seen before, and begins tweaking with the bear trap, and it releases from your ankle, and you're free.
I'm gonna just collapse for a second because I imagine that's really painful.
You do have holes in your foot right now.
Yeah,
Demonia,
I'm
are
just
you
gonna
okay?
I'm just gonna collapse down onto the steps and be like, whoa, haven't had that one before. That's new. Woo! And just kind of just steady myself on the stairs.
Flanagan is looking around sporadically, and he looks back to you, and he goes,
I'm not sure if he fell back or if he is waiting to strike more fiercely. I would recommend you keep your head on a swivel.
I worry that he is still here. He wants that egg. He just disappeared to gain himself some time.
He's probably zeroing in on Orbweeb as we... Orbweeb! Watch your back! hear
I'm going
O'Flanagan
to
yell
watch
at.
my back.
Uh,
That's gonna scare the shit out of me, so I'm gonna be like.
Is that a phrase you even understand? You're like, what's wrong with it?
What's wrong with my
Trying
back?
to look at her back like, what?
I can't see it.
I'm like, I can't.
How does one do that?
So, as O'Flanagan's speaking to you, Demonia, suddenly you see his eyes flicker again, like he's having almost kind of like he's having a miniature seizure for a moment. His eyes flicker and then they stop, and he kind of just like shakes his head and looks back down at you and rubs his eyes.
Well, people like, wait, what was that?
It is your turn, Demonia. He looks to you and he goes,
I don't know. It kind of feels like a pressure in my head. It keeps coming back.
I felt the same thing. I think it's him trying to get in your head. He's still here.
He's still here. Look out!
what would you like to do, Demonia?
Oh, that's a great question. I should have gotten detect magic. Or detect invisibility. I almost got it. Oh, man. Man, I don't know what to do now. I'm gonna try to hobble over behind the rock that I was at before because I don't know where Rothkin is.
The highlighted one?
This guy.
Okay.
Just go back. I'm just gonna huddle behind this for a second and yell out to everybody and be like, he's still here and I don't know where he is. He's gotta be. There's no way he just left the egg behind.
Orbweeb,
And my
it's your
foot
turn.
is broken.
I'm so
My
fucking
foot is
scared right now.
broken.
I'm gonna run.
It's
I'm gonna run to my
fucked
friend. I'm gonna run, kind of huddle up against the wall with Demonia.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself. I have 1 fucking hit point.
Yeah, word. That's it's a completely
Okay.
reasonable move.
How much do you heal?
I'm rolling right now. 6.
6.
Nice.
Heal 6 hit points.
That's something.
Some.
Okay, Steve starts heading
Hey!
over to you guys.
Hey!
You said you'd be careful.
So my friends are there.
Alright, he
He
walks
said,
up
"Hey,
behind
guys."
Carwin and kind of just walks past his ankles, walks around his ankles and like kneading into his foot, and then rejoins you guys at the steps.
I think you guys want to go scare him?
Corwin, it is your turn.
Serious? Steve, you gotta play.
Where is he?
I'm seeing if I can find him, if that's something I can do with Hex now, or if that's later. That's a different spell.
What's that?
I'm on the wrong track.
There's a spell where you can teleport to whoever you hexed, and I wasn't sure if mine would work that way, and it does not. So
That would have been dope.
I would have died, but I'd be able to tell you where he was at. Okay, I'm gonna cast Armor of Agathes upon myself.
Okay.
Just in case he tries to do a melee attack on me. I gain additional 5 hit points while that's on, so that puts me up to 8. And that's an action. Son of a bit. Oh, I'm gonna look down and see all the little rocks around, and I'm gonna pick up 3 little pebbles.
I almost got that spell too.
Oh, that's such a good fucking spell.
You gather
I
up
thought
3
about it.
pebbles.
Nice. All right. While While looking, I'm going to get them imbued and hold them in my hand and just kind of like have one ready to throw.
So you're just holding an action to throw it?
Yep.
Okay. It will require an action to group up the pebbles, though.
But all right, I won't hold my action. I'll gather the pebbles and then
Gather
I'll just
them,
wait
okay.
for him to show up.
All right, use your action to gather the pebbles. Anything else you can do?
Oh, new plan. Are we grouping back up? Are we separating?
I think separating was a really bad idea because we're all messed up.
Right, so apparently there's traps.
We're quite literally chickens in the coop right now if he throws down one of those fire things.
I'm gonna look at Flanagan and be like, it was your idea to separate, and now they're almost dead, and my foot is fucked up.
You guys almost perished because you weren't separated.
Oh, I did. I went and hid behind a rock.
I put him to sleep and blind him, and y'all still couldn't kill him. I did my best.
I tried.
You couldn't hit a sleeping target. I'm just gonna be so mad about this because my
Right.
fate is.
Guys, we're a team. We can argue later.
Right. There are so we need to look. There's a bear trap. Flanagan, can you discover, or are you good at finding mechanical bits people step on? You're good at finding
Absolutely.
traps. All right,
I'll
could you do that? Could you find more of these? So I don't want to step in one that might. No, I don't want to break my foot. Nothing against you, Demonia, but that sounds awful.
I'll get a high
It's not
ground
great.
view and start looking around and see if I can spot anything.
All right.
He goes up the hillside and he is going to investigate.
Investigate O'Flanagan.
Investigate because life.
So
A natural 20.
Yes.
Oh, what? You see everything?
So he looks
see
around.
all the traps.
He sees a what's his name?
Rothkin.
Rothkin.
Rothkin at this point.
He's always right there.
He looks around and he yells down to you guys.
I don't see any traps, but I see a shield, a piece of parchment, and some arrows over there.
Oh,
They have been. You guys do look around. There is a shield on the ground next to Demonia. There is a plot of arrows by a rock up on the north side of the map. And there is a piece of parchment next to the skeletons laid on the ground.
okay, that's fair.
Said Rothkin's turn,
I
and it
found
just
him!
puts me, like, so far away from.
And all the way over.
I'm more making a mental note of where he actually is. He's just off the map right now.
That's understandable. Yeah, that's just black over there. Can we take a 5-minute break?
Yeah, we take a 5-minute break.
Okay. Need to.
All right, 5-minute break. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Perfect.
We're currently on. Okay, Rothkin has taken his turn. Demonia. Demonia, as you're standing next to your allies and O'Flanagan on top of the cliffside, you can hear what sounds like more cracking coming from Orbweeb's bag.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Me too. I'm gonna look at Orbweeb and be like, do you want to maybe take a peek in there and see what's going on? Because I can hear that thing hatching from over here.
Orbweeb doesn't know what to do.
Orbweeb is conflicted.
Orbweeb is scared.
Schrodinger's cat. Just,
If
we
you
don't-
open it, it never hatches.
yeah. Orbweeb's bag.
Oh. I don't know if I should open it near you guys.
Just take a peek. Just peek. Just peek in the bag. This feels like very relevant to the fight that we're in.
Orbweeb is going to take the tiniest, without opening it as much as possible, little peek in there.
You just barely peek into your bag, and the shadows of the inner bag make it hard to see the egg in general. You can't really tell what's going on inside the bag.
Red.
Because you're barely opening it. You peeked it open like this, like a little hole.
I'm so scared.
I'm like, just open it. Just tell me what's in it. Just tell me if it's hatching.
You know what's in it, and you know it's hatching.
Freaking me out.
It's freaking me out too.
Look over.
All right, I'm gonna like put my hand in the bag.
That's the
and
worst.
Very gently try to feel around. I don't want to open the bag.
Okay. You put your hand into the bag and you begin feeling around, and you can feel what feels like large cracks around this egg.
But it's still a formed egg.
From what you can feel, it's still a formed egg.
Okay. He's not out yet, but he's gonna be out soon.
He's crowning. We need to get this fucking egg to...
I feel like, honestly, he's gone. Maybe we can just keep going. I mean, I'm sure he'll catch up at some point, but I feel like we gotta, like, go.
We can try.
I mean, I know he's on our tail, but standing around here isn't gonna make him come out any sooner than he would if we were to just leave.
I'm gonna yell up at O'Flanagan and, like, to Corwin, like, yell loud enough so they both hear me and be like, alright, party decision. Are we staying or are we going? Because this egg is hatching.
Wow, you yelled that really loud.
He can't be very far. He has to be lurking around somewhere. If we turn our backs to him, that's it.
Corwin?
I feel like we're just sitting ducks waiting.
If we try and gain a high point, there's some big rocks that looks up on the ledge. Try and gather a high point. Try look for them. I say making our way that direction isn't a terrible idea, but maybe 2 people looking towards the direction we're going, 2 people looking, checking the other people's back. I think overall, just try and get 4 points of contact the best we can. Try and protect our each other as much as possible, and the egg.
I don't know if we should group up like that.
That's a good point. Like, I understand, but if we separate, he can pick us off one by one. I'm hurt.
Go to first.
Orbweeb's hurt. Dominion's hurt. Right now, regardless of how we are established, we can't take him by ourselves. And if we're together, we have a better chance.
From what I can gather, he hasn't struck us yet. There's a reason for that. There has to be a reason why he hasn't attacked from the shadows thus far. And I know you guys were down beneath me when I was facing him, but the thing he created, that giant, massive ball of flame, it covered a large radius of area. If we group up like that, we're chickens in a coop. One more.
Alright. So, what's your alternative plan then?
Wait here?
Because trying to find him, like, I guess we could... Are you good at making traps, setting traps and stuff like that? Can you do that? If we can set a trap for him, we have what he wants. Could set a trap for him, catch him, kill him, move on. I know the mechanics of making the traps, I just don't know how to actually do it.
I don't have anything like I can make a trap with at the moment.
Well, we got twigs and stuff. There's these bushes. There's some pretty big branches in there. Got these rocks.
I have a disguise kit.
Demonya's got a disguise kit.
I have a lot of makeup from the carnival.
Orbweeb, can't you make sticks show up? Can't you just shoot things out of the ground?
Yeah, kind of.
Alright, so if we get a bundle of sticks, can you make a trap from that? I have the strands of leather still from that whip. Could you use that as an anchor point?
I don't see why not.
Like I said, I know the mechanics, I can't personally make them.
If you tell me what to do, I'm sure I can figure it out.
Enough of this chatter. You move at all, I am prepared to destroy you all where you stand. You can hear this voice booming from somewhere. You can't instantly really tell where it's coming from. But you can tell now he is looking at you. It is currently Demoinia's turn still.
It is.
What would you like to do?
Alright.
We need an
Cry?
adult.
For real.
Cry.
I'm going to use my cantrip, Mama Turkey,
'Kay.
and one of those things that I can do is your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1
Mhm.
minute. And
Okay.
I am just gonna boom my voice out at Rothkin and be like, you will not take this egg or destroy us, and we will find you.
Drop the egg now, or I will end your lives as we speak.
You can end him. We
Yes.
won't give you the egg.
If you won't give me the egg, I will take it.
Then come out. Where
I
are
am
you
already
hiding?
here. Look up. Suddenly, all of you look up, and you can see him floating in the sky, 60 feet up, with a giant flaming sphere forming from his hand, aimed towards all of you. Drop
Okay.
the egg.
No!
Are we still working off of initiative?
Right now, it's still Des Moines' turn. This exchange of speech actions. You can talk, though, if you want. Des Moines, is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
I'm gonna lean over to Demoinia and say, or Demoinia and Corwin, and I'm just gonna say, stall him.
Stall him.
Okay.
What do you mean
Don't-
stall him?
Don't
Shut
move
the fuck up.
and stall him.
I'm just gonna yell up to him and be like, what are you gonna do? You gonna throw a big fireball down on us and destroy the egg in the process?
Mr. Scary Dragon Man.
You think as you can fly, you have more power over us?
Why
While
have it-
they're doing this,
Precisely.
can I cast hold person on him?
What's the range?
60 feet.
Try to
Perfect.
cast hold person.
Wonderful.
Point of inquiry, Mr. Dragon.
What's the parameters for the spell?
Target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration, which is concentration up to 1 minute.
Wisdom saving
At the
throw.
end of each of its turn, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends on the target.
Okay. You go to hold person, and as this pressure wraps around Rothkin, he says, release the spell right now, or I will release the flame. You see his arm is violently shaking.
I am going to concentrate like I've never concentrated in my entire life. But while doing that, I'm going to flip the bag off of my shoulder and hand it to Demoinia behind me.
As you're handing the bag slowly to Demoinia, he says, the spell won't hold the flame. One flick of my wrist and the flame releases as we speak. I may not be able to move, but I can release the fire. And his hand is still violently shaking towards you guys as it gets more. It seems like his hand gets more sporadic as the longer he's trying to contain this spell.
Can I grab the bag from her?
Yep, you take the bag from her.
And can I
I think he's bluffing. I think you guys should run.
I don't think he's
What
bluffing.
about
He's
you?
definitely
What if he's not bluffing?
I'm holding him off.
not his fireball.
He might.
He
He said
can't-
it's.
He can't cast it if he can't move. He said a flick of the wrist, and he can't flick his wrist right now.
And what if you're wrong?
Then
Then
I'm
we
wrong, but do
die.
you see another way out of this?
I guess not.
Well, Technically, couldn't you just come with us? Just make sure you focus.
I can try, but I want to make sure you guys get away first. Before I risk that.
Well, the leaf lady told us to run, so
All right.
I don't want to die.
Nice knowing you, Orbweeb.
Don't
Okay,
worry,
it's-
I'll be back, and I'm gonna wink at Corwin.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. He's never been winked at. So he,
Neither does
I-
Orbweeb, it's okay.
She winked
She
with
saw
both
Demonia
eyes.
do it once
blinked
when
at
she
him.
was flirting with someone.
She just blinked at Corwin, and he was like, "Oh, okay."
She just went,
That's the end of Orbweeb's turn. Steve's just hanging next to Orbweeb.
"Oh,
Corwin,
get out of there!"
Steve, you
Yes.
better fucking run!
as you're
I
holding Rothkin in the air, you see Steve is not wavering from your side.
Mm-mm.
I'm just gonna do like a little like, get out.
Like, get.
30 feet's about
Good.
right where you're standing, Corwin. Anything else you want to do?
You can use your
Nothing-
action to keep going.
Yeah, there's that. Let's get a little bit further. Yeah, I'll go another 30. Maybe. Yep, maybe. Yep, okay. Yep.
Well, I'll go the fucking long way.
So you get to about right there by this rock. It is now Flanagan's turn.
Orbweeb, you better make it with us.
I'm gonna do everything I can. I promise.
Shit.
You see O'Flanagan takes off and gets next to Corwin. It is now Rothkin's turn. Rothkin's holding the flame towards you. He goes, "You think just let go of that magic, right? Right now."
I'm gonna hold it even stronger and I'm gonna say, over my dead body.
That can be arranged, Druid. He
Fucking queen over here.
is still held in place. It is now Demoinia's
Tell
turn.
me it's my turn. Alright, I'm gonna cast sleep. The last time I can cast sleep.
Okay, cast sleep.
On Rothkin, it's a 90-foot range.
90-foot range. All right, roll 5d8.
That's 5d8. With a 17?
17.
My heart is pounding right now, like for real.
You see, as he's holding the flame and you cast sleep upon him, he goes, "You haven't seen the last of me." And as he releases and goes into
Oh.
unconsciousness, the fireball releases from his hand and comes
No!
borrowing down towards Orbweeb. Let's see the range.
But he fucking dies, right? He dropped 60 feet.
Oh yeah, he's dropping. Yeah, but as he loses consciousness, the spell is already held and casted. So
Oh, I know.
once he
I was
releases,
just like,
yeah.
I know.
Okay. Demonia, Steve, and Orbweeb. Dexterity saving throws.
Demonia, you should have ran. Damn it.
It's fine.
You
Yeah,
should have ran
17.
and then casted it.
I wouldn't have had actions through 2 turns to do that. It wouldn't have been worth the time. I got a 17.
Oh shit, sorry, what am I rolling?
Dex
Dex.
saving throw.
Okay.
Okay.
My dex isn't very good, so. Do I still have that bardic inspiration
You do.
or no?
You have a 1d...
6.
Yeah, I believe it's a 1d6. Let me check on that. Yeah, you have a 1d6 that you can add to your roll.
Alright, I
God.
got a 10 and then
Demonia got a
2.
17.
I got a 17.
Out of
We
12.
got a 12. And okay.
Steve's dead.
If Steve dies, I'm gonna be so pissed.
The flame sphere comes cascading down. Corwin and O'Flanagan, we both see as you look back, the flames just kind of scorch the skies as you can't quite see what happened. Flanagan turns to you, Corwin. He goes,
Shit, what was that?
and just as you guys look up, you see Rothkin's body falling towards the earth. And crack.
Well, that would be that bastard that did that. Well, I say we go finish him off for
But that
killing-
man sideways.
for killing our friend.
You think he killed him?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
They're fucking dead.
Probably.
Think about
I
it.
have
He's done
not
it
many
twice.
hit points.
He threw it once. I got knocked. I got taken, almost killed by it. Orbweeb luckily came over and helped me. She looked pretty beat up by it. Demonia's leg is busted.
16 damage to Demonia, Orbweeb, and Steve. The flames scorch the earth, and O'Flanagan looks to Corwin. He goes,
Let's go see what happened then.
and
Great.
starts running towards that. Initiative has ended.
Well, I'm in a lot of pain.
You lived?
Yeah.
Nice.
I have 2
Right.
hit points.
Go over to Rothkin. Does my passive perception show me if he's breathing or anything like that?
No, but you can do a medicine check to see if he's alive. He is unconscious. You can tell that.
16.
Yeah. So you kind of kneel down. You put your your 2 fingers towards his throat. You feel for a pulse. You do not feel a pulse.
As far as I can tell, he's dead.
Yeah.
Yo.
Should we finish
am I,
it just
though.
to make sure? I know you got a thing against Dragonburn. Would you be opposed to removing his head? Can't really come back from that, can you?
I'm okay.
Don't really need someone. You sure?
You can finish him.
You see, O'Flanagan pulls out his long sword, and he hands it to you, and he turns his back to both of you and starts walking towards them.
I don't know how to use this.
He just
He'll
He's just like standing
he'll-
there with the sword,
Like,
like, at his body,
he'll
like,
he'll set it down.
okay.
He's going to use his new shadow weapon. He's
Okay.
going to basically just have a giant like black abyssal blade come off of his hand and just.
All right. You wave your hand, and his black abyssal blade climbs up your forearm, reaches outward, and as you bring it over, Rothkin's
Wait, hold
head.
on. Hold on. I want this to be canonized. He's gonna try and do Eldritch Blast, but instead a black shadow blade comes out instead, and gonna
Stop.
be really confused about it, and then proceed.
Okay, I like it. You wave your hand out. So you want to put your hand towards him and cast Eldritch Blast and have it mix
Yeah.
in? Okay. So you put your hand towards Rothkin's head, and you feel the Eldritch Blast climbing up your arm, and suddenly you hear,
Yes, apprentice. Do it.
and suddenly as you do it, the black abyssal blade manifests from your palm, and you just slice down across Rothkin's throat, decapitating his head from his body.
nice.
That's one head. He'll open his satchel and put it inside.
Okay, Rothkin is dead. O'Flanagan
Yeah.
comes walking around the corner, notices Demonia first, and glances over to Orbweeb, who's collapsed on the ground, and Steve, who is also collapsed on the ground.
No.
Are they dead?
I'm gonna look up at I'm gonna look up at him. Be like, well, I'm not dead. Wish I was. And I'm just gonna kind of collapse into the rocks behind me.
What about the egg?
I'm just gonna look around all stunned and be like, and just fall to the ground and be like, I don't know. I'm still carrying the bag, right?
You are, yeah.
I'm just gonna flick the bag towards the front of me. And be like, go ahead and look.
Are you you're not looking into it, or you're asking him to look at it?
I'm asking him. Be like, go ahead and check. Be like, it feels like there's something in there.
Okay. Well, Flanagan crouches next to the bag. You ask him to check it. He, almost knowing Orbweeb wouldn't want him to, he begins to unzip the bag, and he opens it up, and he looks inside, and he goes,
Oh my god.
What is it?
This.
I'm gonna
What?
start panicking and be like,
What
what
is
is it? What's on me?
You guys told me you had a dragonborn egg in your possession.
Well, yeah, the dragon egg. Wait, some dragonborn.
I'm gonna like whip the thing off me and hold it out in front of me and be like, what is it?
This is a dragon egg.
Yeah, dragonborn egg.
No. A dragon egg.
No, a dragon's been going for a long time, mate.
I didn't think they. I
you
know
tell-
what a dragon egg
you-
looks like. This is a dragon
You'll walk
egg.
over and look at it. Like, when he looks in, is there a little baby dragon in there? Or is it just the egg?
just the egg.
Okay. Like, no, that don't make sense. Wait, that's just a regular dragonborn egg. It's the likelihood of it being a dragon would be absurd.
I'm gonna look
Right?
at all of them and be like, look,
Right?
if anyone else wants to hold that, this is freaking me out. Just gonna hold it
Orbweeb,
out and be
give me
like,
a death save while we're chatting.
Okay.
Just
second death save of the game.
I know, she's
Oh,
really
Very
going through
baller
it.
of her.
all right. Well, Flanagan, if
So
you
I
can-
saw Bardic Inspiration.
No, it's just once.
I'm kidding.
I'm so sorry.
This is a dragon egg.
All right. How do you
typically-
know it's a dragon egg?
I've done a lot of
She got a
studying
22.
I've done a lot of studying on the dragonborn species as a whole. I won't lie to you. In my earlier years, I was looking into bounty hunting for dragonborn, and you do a lot of studying on the like. This is not a dragonborn egg. For one, you look at the scales here.
You see, he kind of opens the bag up a little bit more to kind of give you a clear view.
The scales here are made more of a chromatic, metallic texture. A dragonborn egg is more of a lighter substance and not so much of a metallic look to it. On top
Alright.
of that, there is no dragonborn in existence of this is a platinum egg. You see this coloring here? This is
Right.
a platinum egg, and they've only theorized on the existence of such an egg. There, as far as I know, there has never been, never has been, should never be a dragonborn or a dragon of the platinum species.
Well, aren't the
So-
platinums? Yeah, they're a myth. Oh, that's what. Oh, gold, the copper, the bronze. That's them, isn't it? That's the ones you're talking about.
Yes, and due to the size of this, dragonborn egg is not this large. You can feel it's a very heavy bag. This
Maybe it's just a
Or
big.
we've just
big
been
baby.
carrying it around like it's light and just like her little fucking day purse. He's like, damn, this shit heavy.
dragonborn egg have more of a triangular scale to it. If you can see here, these are prism scales on this egg. Dragonborn eggs don't have prism scale.
All right. All right. So we're gonna go into this dragonborn, establishment, the city. I give them something that shouldn't exist. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Right. Fantastic. I hate this trip. I want.
just gonna,
I hate this.
just gonna
We
roll
hold
back
the
on the rock
power.
that I'm laying on.
We hold the power in our hands right now that the whole realm hasn't seen in a couple of centuries. And on top of that, a power platinum shouldn't exist. Through and through. Should not be a thing. I don't know what that man gave Orbweeb, but this should not exist.
In that moment, I'm just gonna lay the bag on the ground between Corwin and O'Flynnigan and be like, well, if one of you wants to hold this,
Orbweeb, give me another death save.
and I'm just gonna lay down on the ground and close my eyes. I am too in pain to deal with this information.
Nonetheless,
21.
regardless of this damn egg, what about Orbweeb and Steve? Are they okay? Demonia, do you know?
I'm gonna look over and be like, she got struck the same way. Stop. She got struck the same way that I did. She's not moving, and I'm barely here.
And Flanagan approaches Steve, and he kneels down. He looks over Steve, and he rests his fingers on Steve's neck, attempting to feel for a pulse.
Oh.
He puts his fingers towards Steve's neck, and he's like,
He's alive. I can feel a pulse.
I'm gonna
Literally,
look back and be like, thank God.
I was like, no. Please.
It's faint. It's faint, but I can feel a pulse. He needs He needs medical attention. Demonia, do you have any magic that can help him?
I might. I'm going to basically just crawl towards Steve and cast Cure Wounds on him.
okay. You crawl over to Steve, you wave your hands over Steve, and you cast Cure Wounds, and you see Steve sneezes and then begins opening his eyes.
It gave him 4 hit points.
Okay. He is at full health.
Hey,
Oh, fuck.
lore question real quick.
Yeah.
I might be getting games confused. Wasn't there a dragon war that happened? And that was common knowledge? Or am I mixing?
The common knowledge is that there is a fairy tale that has been told in children's stories about a goddess who wiped out the dragons off the face of Runesol, and dragons were the only species capable of ascending to heaven.
That's what it was. Okay.
As a direct result to this extinction, the god Jupiter created 3 keys to heaven that have never been seen or found. That is the only way to re-enter heaven if you are a mortal.
Yeah.
What about
Okay.
Demonia? Sorry, what about Orbweeb?
Or we give me another death save.
You have
This is my
nothing
last
to
one.
really help with
Well,
that.
maybe not my last one, but hopefully my last one.
Right.
Does she live?
Does she live?
She lives.
As he says that,
Again.
Orbweeb's eyes flutter open, and she kind of leans up a little bit, holding her hand to her temples and almost rubbing her eyes as the light begins to exhume your pupils. Orbweeb, you are alive.
Thank God.
Thank God.
How you feeling?
Where's the egg?
I have
I'm
it
just
in my
gonna
hands.
gesture. Yeah.
Put it back in the
towards-
bag.
It's in the bag. It's in the bag. It's just the bag's in my hands.
I'm gonna kind of reach for it.
I'm gonna look at
yeah.
I'm gonna look at Orbweeb and be like, it's a fucking dragon egg or something, and just lean back down onto the ground.
Well, either way, it is not our problem. Can we please just get it?
Yeah, we should
Ready to
probably
go.
get out of here. Oh, Rothkin isn't gonna be an issue. You took care of it. Well done.
Oh my god.
He is very dead.
I
Oh,
threw him out of the sky. I told him I'd kill him.
here's your, long knife.
Did it slice through his neck pretty well?
Oh, I don't know how to use that. So I just set it down next to me and I just removed the head.
Okay. I mean, whatever works.
He resheathes it next to his side, and you guys all prepare to head to Zekrom's village. And that is where we will leave it.
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
God, can we
That concludes Subspace D&D Episode 12, The Battle with Rothkin, aka The History of Scales Part 2. Hope people who watched enjoyed. People watching in the future, I hope you enjoy as well. And that has been Subspace D&D, and we will be coming back to Zekrom's Village in Episode 13, The History of Scales Part 3. Until then, bye guys.
toodaloodle?
Hey everyone, thanks for watching this episode of Subspace. If you want to find more of our platforms, you can check the links below in the description. If you would like to visit my favorite podcast out there, Roll 4 Podcast, you can find their links also in our description below. You can find them on Spotify and your other favorite podcast networks. Don't be afraid to click one of these links up here. We'd super appreciate it. Until next time, adventurer, have a great rest of your day and happy questing.